The flame rifle is a custom-made rifle conversion that releases pressurized liquid which ignites on injection, producing a steady burst of flames. It requires pumping to increase pressure, and the higher the pressure means longer reaching flames. The pressure is lost over time and while shooting. Only found at the circus, and can only be resupplied at oil barrels. So what do I know about this thing? Well, I know it does a whopping 20 damage. At least according to the stats. This said 25, so I don't know what to believe, you know. The rate of fire is at 75, which means you can shoot quite a bit of fire out. That's of course until you have to, you know, repressurize or whatever. And that is a long process. And so after each shot, the distance a flame reaches drops a little bit. You see that? Not by like a tremendous amount, but something to keep in mind. The drop range is 5. Spread is at 37.5 here. Once again, ammo can only be taken from oil barrels, which I think is actually a really cool idea, you know. Really thinking outside of the box for that one. The vertical recoil is 0.1. In other words, it's like non-existent, which is fun. I don't know if there's really any other weapons that have a recoil like that. Maybe the hunting bow? I guess I don't know off the top of my head. Muzzle velocity is at 40. It's gonna take some time for your fire to get where you want it to. Cycle time is also 0.1. That being there really isn't any cycle time. There's nothing cycling within this gun. I don't know. I don't know why it wouldn't be just at 0, but maybe that, I don't know, bug out the game or something. I'm not sure, but sway 77, which is actually the same as a 3-slot weapon. This is a 2-slot weapon, but 77, that's typical for 3-slot. Of course, there's no actual sights to aim down, but it's not like you're going to be sniping people with this thing anyways, you know. It's important to note that you can only actually take from yellow barrels to refill the oil. And reload speed is 4.5 seconds here. And a reload is actually just like a full, I guess, pressurize in the chamber. It's a weird gun for sure, but otherwise that's all the stats for this thing. It's a pretty neat idea, you know, in concept, but how does it work in practice, you know? Let's take her for a spin, dude. First step is actually getting the weapon, and to do that you have to go to the circus and probably have to kill the bear or sneak in, and then acquire the weapon with 1 pledge mark. Mission successful. I run to a nearby compound where someone's fighting the assassin, hoping to get a jump on him. I thought that chunk of husk or whatever was a person. Yeah, one thing to be careful about is setting yourself on fire with this thing. It's going to happen pretty often if you're not careful. Through all that spraying, I only managed to get 1 hit marker. And sitting through this long pressurization animation constantly is pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm clearly struggling with this thing. Somehow they managed to get behind me. I just wasn't hearing things right or something. Since fire is massively nerfed when a player is wet or in water, I had to fall back and wait for them to come inside. I'm not saying I would have been able to kill them in this instance anyways, but that long animation, it's brutal, man. In my next game, after getting the flame rifle again, I pick up the remaining bounty that a solo left. Of course, I see another player nearby and decide that's my target. Oopsie. Man, I'm just blind to those traps today, I don't know. Okay, you gotta be kidding me. Almost out of ammo, I make one last push. Yeah, so I'm already sick of this weapon. I'm not having a good time, honestly. I notice a player coming towards the extraction point with a bounty, so I just kind of camp it and wait for them to show up. Holy crap, I actually did it. And that's unfortunate. Bro really missed that spear throw, wow. Alright, dude, one last hurrah. Got this thing in my inventory. Let's see if I can make it great. One last chance. One last chance to make this weapon live up to its name, flame rifle. But so far, I'm thinking it's a little bit of a lame rifle. You know? Yeah. Oh, great. No, this thing's yeah. Wow. How did you even get up there, buddy? Oh. This thing's some ass, dude. I can't lie. How are you still there? Why are you still there? That's the real question. That's not what I pressed.
It's tier time, which means the weapons I use today are going to be judged on 4 criteria, based solely on my experience as a mid-hunt player. First off is its value. How well the weapon performs in comparison to its price. Second is the ability to kill. How often was I able to kill an enemy hunter with this weapon? 3 is its utilization. How useful is the weapon outside of PvP combat? And 4 is badassery. How badass do you look using this weapon? That's what I like to call a VAUB system, and it perfectly determines weapons' worth. If you don't like what the system has to say, then cry about it.
Hey guys, welcome to my tier list. So, fun fact about the fire rifle, it really sucks. It is not good at all. Thank you. This is my tier list. Actually, it's so bad. It's so bad. I'm gonna make another row. Gonna make another row. And we're putting it in F tier. Our first F tier, guys. Fire rifle is officially F tier. F for fire, dude. Now let me go into why I think this weapon is garbage, quite frankly. First of all, it's just, I mean, it's not the hardest thing in the world to get, but it's like you have to go to the center of the circus, you know, avoid that bear, avoid everyone else gunning for the circus, just to get the worst weapon I've ever had in my hands. The fact you can't even spawn in with it unless you already have it from a match is garbage. Now it is only 1 pledge point as opposed to the 2 for the saw blade launcher thing, but it should be 0 pledge marks. I think you should just be able to grab it off the wall. It is that bad. Again, I think you should be able to spawn in with it too, but anyways, the actual PvP combat aspect of it, abysmal. You're constantly setting yourself on fire. the speed at which you shoot the fire out, like, you're constantly missing people, and even if you do manage to get one shot on them, they can just put the fire out right away. So unless you're right in their face, you're not going to kill them. Just straight up. And even then, when you are in their face, yeah, like what was it, 3 shots, I think, to, like, kill them? I don't know, dude. It was just so... You're going to be in a position to kill someone with this so rarely, and it takes up a whole weapon slot. You know, the fact it's a two slot weapon, so that's half your slots right there, which means you have to have either, you know, a little pistol, or, you know, melee weapon or something, or, you know, like a sawed-off or a shorty. Like, if it were a 1-slot weapon, I'd be like, okay, cool. But no, now you gotta bring along quartermaster, and it's like, ugh. So it's just not worth lugging around. And, like, the only place where I guess it could maybe shine is PvE, but, like, what the hell is a fire rifle gonna do better than, I don't know, incendiary ammo and anything? Fusees, like there are so many better options to bring other than a fire rifle in terms of killing monsters. So really, this weapon just kind of fails in every single category for me. It's just not good at anything. It's annoying. It's a fun... Okay, I will say it is a fun concept, and it is badass. And I'll even give it 5 out of 5 badassery. Outside of that, man, holy, like, I don't even know what else to say about it. I cannot see myself ever touching this thing again outside of this video. There'd be no reason to. You're nerfing yourself. You're actively nerfing yourself using this thing. It feels like... It really feels like, I've never been this heated over a weapon and using it. I'm gonna be honest. F tier. Wow. Yeah, this video's gonna be short too. I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, I am fully aware that part of this bad ranking is coming from lack of knowledge on it, you know, just a lack of skill in general, but I shouldn't need a PhD to be able to kill someone with this thing. The fact I even got a kill, I had to, you know, jump that guide extraction. Oh, it was just pain using this thing. Funny, fun, sure, yeah, meme weapon. Not practical in, like, anything at all. A really cool idea, though. While we're here, I guess I'll re-rank the Shredder. It's been nerfed to the ground since the last time we saw it. Honestly, I mean, it's still good. Like, it just doesn't shoot as fast. You gotta crank each time you shoot. Like a long range, I mean, it still does a huge amount of damage. I don't know, I feel like A is a good spot for it. It's kind of like a Romero, right? Don't call it being too long. I'll knock it down to A. It's still, like, fun to use. It's still really cool, but yeah, I don't know. That feels good. The Valve system hereby states that the fire rifle is atrocious. Really bad. Garbage. It was funny. I had got, like, most of the footage for the next weapon review I was going to do, but now I got to crank this out real quick before the next weapon review video, but you got another one coming on the army, the new army, or what was it? I don't remember. It was one of the pistols, anyway, yeah, I know this video was short, but yeah, this weapon was bad. It was just bad. All right, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you.